this is Shinawastaya. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to do another review of an underrated TV show mini series, as in this case. I'm quite excited to do these videos because it makes me happy to feature projects, movies, TV shows that I've never talked before on YouTube, or they have talked very little. They don't have the exposure that they deserve. So I want to give that exposure just a little bit on my contribution. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do to see more content like this. And I post every week. I used to post maybe during the week, but now I'm posting towards the weekend, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, sometimes only Friday and Saturday, so just be on the watch out for new videos towards the end of the week. Let's get into it. It's called the Bonfire of Destiny. It's a French mini-series, so I'm not too upset that it was only one season, because in reality it's a mini-series, and it's very common in Europe to do mini-series made of just a couple of episodes that they don't continue. It's just a mini-series, so it's just almost like a actual movie made up of short or episodes of 15 minutes each. It's extremely common in Europe. It's less common in the US. In the US is more common actual long feature movies, and the actual series is made up of at least 3 seasons. There is a potential for the continuation of this miniseries, but I haven't heard of anything. Like I said, it's just a miniseries of a couple episodes. I believe it's 8 to 10 episodes, which is very, like I said, it's a standard number. The Bonfire of Destiny involves a fire, a real fire that happened 1997 in Paris, and it destroyed an entertainment center. Basically, it's their version of a mall with an entertainment activities and also shopping centers. So it's I call it like entertainment center. It's a true story of a fire that occurred on that during that time in Paris, and that has destroyed that building, and many people have lost their lives, and mostly women. This series is absolutely a feminist, but the feminism that I love. Like, I'm not exactly politically aggravated in any way, or I belong to a specific political group, but I will say that there's a different type of feminism. It's very interesting because I don't always appreciate the aggressive feminism in movies when there's too much and it's too cliche. I want some balance in movies. I want some balance. And I do believe this is a feminist miniseries, but it's a perfect feminist miniseries because it does give you a balance. It doesn't show men, all men in a bad light. It shows a few men in a bad light and a few men in a good light. It also shows you different types of women, bad women and good women. In particular, it involves the stories of 3 women. Most of them, 2 of them, they're upper class, they're related, and one is more lower class, and it's mostly like a company or servant for one of the 2. It's just gorgeous. The cinematography is beautiful. The show starts with the fire, so it brings you into the scenario and into the setting of destruction right from the beginning. Actually, even before the fire, if I recall, there is a big fat slap. That's why, like, one of the women gets slapped by her husband, and basically the sound of that slap like pierces your ears. It's just a gorgeous scene, and that's how it starts. So it's like, I remember when I was watching with my mom, and my mother was like, "Oh my god!" Like, she jumped because she didn't expect it. Totally unexpected, brilliant to use something like that creates shock value in the beginning. Don't use it towards the end only. Use it in the beginning. It's a key to successful engagement from the audience. Now, after that scene, that we do see the fire, basically, of course, with some transitional stages, some transitional scenes, but definitely the beginning of the episode, that's where the big part of the events happen. So the altercation between one of the women and her husband, which is the evil of the show, of this miniseries, the evil man, and then the fire, so the accident. And during the accident, basically, in a moment of destruction and fear, masks start to fall off. So basically, people's true nature comes to the surface, and you see that mostly women died during that event because the noble men, because mostly noble men were there, actually were hitting the women with their, how do you call it, these little sticks that they carry. At that time they used to carry their time to hold themselves, or just because it was a sign of nobility. And so yes, that thing, they were basically hitting their heads to try to get out of the building, and that basically they felt that in a way, the way they showed it, they felt superior in a way. And they were stronger, so they were able to push through. You know how in Titanic, the women and children are the ones that are prioritized to get off the boat. In this particular event, you will see that the men don't think so and actually let the women, stay inside, and they try to push them back, and then push themselves forward to get out sooner, because there was only one opening, the other doors were blocked, so it was very difficult, like hundreds of people to get out through one single door that was like a rotating door. So it was very, and then at one point the rotating door blocks and the people cannot get out. Interesting to see that. It's heartbreaking, but like I said, besides that is a very feminist mirror series, I will say that it's very balanced, because it shows really the true nature of each person, many ways to be human beings in a way, right? It hasn't been talked about that much, maybe because it's international. It's a French miniseries, so you will use subtitles. There is English voice for each character that was recorded, so you can hear English actors interpreting them, but I would prefer to watch the original in French and then with the subtitles in English. I don't like the English voices too much, so I would advise you to watch the original with the subtitles if you can. Otherwise, you can do what you desire. I absolutely recommend it. I think it deserves another season. I understand that it was just a short term. It starts and ends, but at the end it gives you something like something that tells you that it could continue, like a hint. Even though the story ends beautifully, it doesn't give you a sense of what you end like this, like in a sense that it's unfinished business. It's not completely unfinished. It does give you some hints that something could be still resolved, that people have to pay for what they did, for their actions, and some people don't pay the consequences, just get away. On its own, it's fantastic. It was in a way successful. It's a Netflix series, so it was produced by Netflix. Probably in Europe it's more successful, maybe, or in France, obviously, because of the nature of what it is. But in America, in the US, I haven't seen so much conversation, reflection on this show. They all look gorgeous too, and then there's one actress, which is probably one of the main, I wouldn't say there's a main primary storyline. There is, I believe, a primary love story, but then there's a primary storyline involving a woman and her need to break free from her violent husband, and she has red hair, and I think that's a symbol of the fire of the show, because this show is really about fire, the physical fire, metaphorical fire. So that means the ones that is internal, the fire that burns within you, where you just have to explode and get out and express yourself. I remember that my mother's comment after watching this show, or even during when everything was going crazy, she was saying, these women in the show are out of control. Like, they're out of control. And it's true. They're out of control in a sense, because their circumstance call for such desperate actions that you can say, oh my God, that poor woman, she's making this decision. I feel sorry for her, because she doesn't want to do it, but she has to survive, to get what she wants, which is to be free. One wants to be free to love whoever they want, the love of their life. Another wants to be free from their violent husband. Another wants to be going back to their old life that she lost forever. So it just, it's a beautiful story. I absolutely recommend it. It's totally underrated in a way, and I would encourage you to watch it and let me know what you guys think of it. It will be a quick binge watching for you. It's very easy to get addicted to this show. I doubt that you will stop at the first episode. You will love it. Like, I know, because you guys, I understand your taste, and you will love this show. And I'm not sure if you're into feminism in movies, the way it's represented, but I think in this show, it's represented beautifully. It is the way feminists should be represented in all movies. It's perfect. They did it perfectly. It was perfectly balanced, not too much. Perfectly balanced. It was about women. And that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with it, as long as you don't dehumanize the man. And I think they did a really good job in showing a balance of good men and bad men, and good women and bad women. It shows, like I said, different types of human beings in comparison and interacting. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys next time with the next underrated show or movie. Bye!